a different beast.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, we've got Fnatic on defense, we've got MIBR on attack, and definitely from just pure stats, Fnatic are pretty heavy favored on this map.
So hopefully we're in for a real treat.
Yeah, Aspus and Verno were definitely the highlights of that match.
So they might have to get a pretty good start.
To see how they're going to perform now here today. On the other side, though, for Fnatic, Boaster had an absolute life game. We know that Chronicle's a consistent factor for this squad, but Boaster hitting that form twice in a row, looking unlikely, I'd say. Who knows, though?
I've seen this operator come out on this map and be fairly fierce. At least for now, though. Start from the defense was a little bit of early B control. However, MIBR seeming passive. Still an opportunity for an immediate rotate from Artzin.
Contact, salvos.
He's going to try and put some pressure into hold players to this side of the map.
Artzin.
We talked about that
TP still up for a little bit.
So we're saying Fnatic have so much util to go and take those fights. They haven't gone and taken those fights just yet, but what we are seeing...
this guy came up on the mini-map, so it creates a little bit of pressure. Artzin calls his team back after getting spotted here. And I'm looking at the mini-map, and Fnatic, obviously with Chronicle pushing, have a 4-person stack over towards B. Can't get much worse for MIBR at the moment.
They saw a player teleport to the other side of the map, maybe assumed that this would be a little bit more open. That's not the case, though.
Salvos to stop them there, wall to flood. Ow. How has he done that?
Yeah, they've come in, drawn first blood, now the pressure mounting for Fnatic. The remaining players on the site, though, still have plenty of backup. It's a messy fight for Kayak, and he goes down with the punish right after Crash. He's managing one, and Alphayer still flying under the radar, but he used his util earlier. They'll know that he's here. Finding the players a different story, but MIBR making a good job of it.
Oh wait, sorry, didn't hit the TP, just pushed all the way through. Okay, nicely done from Fnatic on this one. I mean, 4-person stack over towards here. They should just be winning it no matter what.
Gave them the info, and the stack proved too strong to crumble.
Yeah, honestly, from the position that they walked into, it didn't go too badly for MIBR. Like, I thought they were going to get slaughtered on entry. Like, you walk into a stack of 4 players with 1 flank.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I mean, Chronicle obviously pushing. Chronicle obviously pushing, gave him all the info, but also... So with the information they got through long, I don't think the call was good. I kind of think that Artzin felt like he wasn't spotted. Tell me this isn't a tech pause.
Issues with the in-ears, but hopefully that will quickly be resolved. Someone else I want to talk about, like we talked about the highs of the last game. You said it, Aspas, Verno. I think the Boaster and
rough
Chronicle,
tournament
it was
for
Kayak. There was a little bit of a surprise for me. A very underwhelming first match within the server. I think if they are going to be a challenge for the whole tournament, a contender, he needs to be on point. Especially when they've been at their best. This guy has been... Well, people have said, oh, well, he replaced Durka, but he's already outdone him. He's already gone past. And, well, we had Durka up here on the cast of this, so I'm not going to say that's true, but at least
okay, chat, while we're here, let's do it.
Thus far, it's not really been the case. So
let's explain Prime subs to people. Who are using?
I guess in this case, not just
got a lot of options here. Sideshow, TMV.
Okay, I am that guy. I can take over games.
Yeah, I mean, EMEA viewers have definitely seen that face to Kayak. But
okay, chat, if you guys are watching over towards Twitch, you can go down here. You can click on sub, resub, whatever it says. You can scroll down to the bottom. You might have a free Prime sub. Not going to cost you anything. No ads for the whole of champs. And supports me, supports the stream. You might have forgotten about it. It might just be sitting there. You can help me out.
Going to take the foot off the pedal. That's all gas, no brakes. And so for Kayak,
shameless, dude. I'm just trying to give people no ads. That's all I'm doing here. Maybe I benefit a little bit as well.
But we know he's got the level.
Lenny, VLR, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Fnatic in general is
thank
you
you,
have so much depth of talent. Like we haven't even mentioned Alpha yet, but everybody knows what he can do
Mechalord as well with the Prime as well. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for doing that. No ads for you. Marker_art as well with the tier 1. Thank you so much for doing that as well, mate.
We're looking at the
have to do
overall
the tier 1, but I appreciate you doing that. Thank you so much. With the Bacon Weave as well. Thank you so much as well, Bacon. Probably the best Bacon in the channel, actually, I think. Bacon Weave, appreciate that. Magros with the Prime also. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going back in. Let's do this fast. Shadow247, Nidao 66, Cozy with the Prime, Riddle with the Prime. Thank you so much as well. Kenny Jones, Theo Bus Apollo 72, and Canifis. Hello, mate. Good to see you again. And Digi Boy Wonder as well with the Prime. Thank you so much for using your Prime, guys. Spike, multiple eyes with the Prime as well, and it's Axelic with the Prime also. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing that. Okay, Eco, everyone's grouping up, and
as you said, MIBR
Bade eye deep to make sure they can get the orb. And the only thing, this is kind of interesting as well. The EMEA team's starting to adopt it in terms of Heretics and Fnatic. Way more stingers.
Next as well. There's the first for Chronicle. He's under a lot of pressure though. Getting hit by that Seize, and with the reload underway for Crashies, he couldn't quite help out. From here, well, I was going to say it'll be difficult to find more impact for MIBR with numbers.
Drone through the TP clears everything here so they can both focus over towards site. At the same time, Alpha picks up the orb over towards long. It's pretty nice from Fnatic. They managed to get double orbs on this as well.
MIBR actually playing this well. They're trying to bait in
that additional utility.
Try and maybe force someone to make a mistake, reveal a position.
TP option.
I could, back out of this if they wanted to. There is now nobody on the other side of the map, although both salvos are online to potentially try and deny.
That's not an easy one to say. I appreciate the Prime. Thank you so much.
30 seconds left.
Just selling a ruse that maybe they've left. Try and get some players to peak more aggressively.
Cut a sound on this one as we can see. A TP would be perfect, but they have no idea.
Yeah, even just creating that gap, though, it's worked out so far for MIBR, being able to get boots on the ground to back site, but with 14 seconds left and Fnatic finding another, this is looking increasingly unlikely, but there we go. The different plant position ends up dodging the salvos. Verno finds Boaster. Remember, Crashies is still very, very low, and he'll fall at Verno's hands. This is already a great round for MIBR.
A bit of magic,
and a chance to build even further.
Yeah, it does. Cortezio realizes Molly hasn't hit.
Edge of the spike, and well, you can see the gamble is that he wouldn't stick it with that utility in play. A slight missed piece ends up causing them further damage.
They did pretty good. They did pretty good, especially as there's a lot of stingers brought into them.
I don't think they can be unhappy with that.
Actually did a little bit of damage here. Guns to rebuy
it also means they're going into this next round.
Everlong with the Prime, thank you for the 2 months as well.
The light shields from the few extra credits that you garnered. And the other thing as well is that normally you see those
top
rounds
5 players who haven't won an international. Yeah, that's a hard one. I mean, Mako's top of the list, no doubt.
Mostly SMGs.
Dude, Nilzinho's back already. Nilzinho, congrats on the win, bro.
But on a map like this,
congrats. Looking nice. Got a lot of time off as well now. A Bravo as well with the Prime. Appreciate the 7 months. Thank you so much as well.
Tight angles that can definitely work for those weaker guns.
Every single time, dude, they are taking this orb for free over towards showers. They really are. Arxia with the tier 1 as well. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate the tier 1.
Pick up the orb now, 1 away from the Nightfall. Quite a few weaknesses. The fruit of their labor on MIBR in the previous round. It'll be a slow default. This can't be one that they throw away. Fnatic are saving up that money for the next. They'll have a full buy, as you'd expect. But in a lot of rounds, you'll see like 2, 3, maybe even 4 rifles brought in by the team that's 2-0 up. With
a little bit of pressure over towards long, but not too much. Guys, MIBR, you gotta give me a decisive call on this one.
Gate crash taken. Cortezio already adding 1 and a nice double opener into that A site.
How long do they wait before they make sound? Is Alpha now? Oh mate, Alpha might solo win this round.
Walking back into where the rifle is would be risky, but now winning that fight.
Nice shots though, you gotta give it to MIBR. I mean, they won all their jaws. Bar 1.
All the danger of this round are dissipated. It is still Chronicle.
It didn't look crazy convincing. It's just 50-50 jaws.
Spike is the right call.
With 2 players towards the A site, I agree with you. You know, a lot of the time you'll see teams go for the
5-1-2 with the tier 1. Thank you for doing that as well, bro.
Those 2 kills come in on B,
but
when it's
SV as well with the Prime. Thank you very much, mate.
And they know they have 1 rifle.
Mark, you did a gifted to Nilzinho as well. Surely Nilzinho would be a nice enough guy to say thank you for the gifted.
Okay, it's a rifle picked up.
Where is he?
Chance for further damage, starting to build. Rotate from Verno. He's going to challenge him in the TP, but this
not
is
even.
exactly
I can't see anything from him. Crazy.
Seize has caught him. Door open, and well, it's not going to be quite so simple a play. Not running blindly into the TP instead. Allowing the players outside to fight through the door. Lovely. 2-1 now. MIBR with a pretty decent round 3.
Yeah, it's about the minimum you want to be bringing through. The 3 rifles kept, so you're going to be able to come back in with
Jaws, that's outrageous.
A solid purchase.
I didn't want to see that, Jaws, but thank you so much, man.
Fnatic as well. Kayak going to try and fight those
basically the pity bits. Panther TV as well. Thank you so much with the tier 1 Panther. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, big round. Let's lock in for this one. We got an Outlaw. We got 4 people that can get one shot. Kayak goes, Glass Cannon, Orb. And MIBR, after hearing them taking the Orb quite a lot, got 2 passing over towards Long to punish, and they did not think this was going to be in play.
In fact, on the majority, that's a huge opener. Response though. Ooh. Yeah,
lovely little bait in the corner as well. I'm insanely worried for MIBR right now.
For the life you've traded out instead, doubling down on the disadvantages with Crashies. Oh, that's a little greedy from Kron. You know, you want to see the jump peek there, grabbing a bit of info, and he goes swinging out wide. Ends up going down to 46. Look, there's still a serious chance, and as you said,
I mean, everyone can get one shot from this Outlaw now.
This is a double barrel operator. Chronicle's fallen now on the attempt to cross on backside. Crashy's almost losing his life to that Outlaw, and it's Sheenom up top to drop him. The spike back under MIBR's control. They don't know it yet, but they're not even looking that way, fighting for every
like I said, not even worried for MIBR. He looks really under control. Lovely shots from Artsim, and just an easy round.
Already called for the save, and with an op, it's no surprise.
Huge round coming out from Shannon. Just being able to find 2 fairly impactful kills, and you can see they're still a little bit wary.
They saw him get ult online, so they should know that he was towards B-Long not that long ago. So that piece of information should be in play. But obviously, with the gate crash, you never know. He could be close to sight.
Back to spawn.
Mrocha, thanks so much. Mrocha.
They should also know that the operator's online with him getting that
Appreciate
opening
the 3
hit,
months.
so it is just going to be the save. And for MIBR,
hitting shots,
course,
they are hitting shots.
Economy's not in an awful
Gotta give them that,
spot,
they're hitting
it's
shots.
not at a stage just yet where they
Seen some
want to
weird
be
stuff
trying
for
to hunt down
Fnatic though. Chronicle and Alpha both in this one look a little odd.
And risk losing their own economy. Instead, they will just be TPing out of there at the last second, just wanting to make sure there's no cheeky plays being attempted by Kayak. And MIBR already are going to put themselves
0401 as well. Thanks so much for the tier 1. Thank you for doing that.
They need to have a fairly solid attack side, especially with this comp.
Dude, Kron's just out here dueling on 40 HP.
Round number 4, picking apart this defensive side. Every peak they went for, punished, and I do think the Outlaw playing such a big role. They can't even trade shots. Once that first bullet lands with light shields and some players stripped low, it's an easy conversion.
Put some down on eco. They got a hero Bucky, and we have a few heavy armors. Maybe taking turns with the op if it goes down.
For the most part, it is very little danger, and what danger there is can be
okay, set strat from MIBR. These ones will definitely help him out because, again, it wasn't looking crazy convincing. Dude, he tunnel visions on the 1.
That's a weapon retreat for Crashies.
Did he have not? I swear, dude, he had so much more time on this Yoru ult to go identify anyone over towards the site, and he actually just gets out early.
That's the trouble. He also got hit by the ult, so it's not like this is a massive surprise. The worst thing that can happen to you in this sort of round is ending up being isolated, and
he essentially just handed him a gun.
Position of the spike, it's very far away from the rest of the troops. Just making a lurk play, maybe checking if there's any sort of flank, but it definitely feels like bit of a gamble. Crashies as well, already managing to add another to the death toll. And Aspas, he's kind of stuck in the mud, but still manages to get 2.
Bro, they're just out aiming him to get out of these positions. Nice shots from him.
Fnatic haven't yet shown their hand. 35 seconds, and the op is still on this A site. They know about Alpha here.
All goes in.
Know about Kayak as well. That position spotted.
It's Kayak back aside. Doesn't hit heaven.
Deep swing. It's all down to this shot, and it's
wow, that's so fast.
His 3rd of the round. This man was isolated, caught by a Nightfall, but he became Fnatic's nightmare. The 3rd round looking locked in already. Aspas will finally be put to bed.
Yeah,
but
they know he has a gun though. If Alpha gets a kill, he gets his ult.
For Alpha, but he's all alone. They know where he is. The time is ticking, and not in his favor. And with 2 players to root out, and no information on where they've gone, he has to choose blindly, choosing wisely out of the question. And as you can see, as you can hear,
put the spike before the fade ice here. Someone's got to check it.
Trying to bait them into a fight. They've seen he's not defusing, but he's isolated 1 as a result. Alpha playing this masterfully, but the clock, his biggest enemy.
Oh, that's unlucky though. That's unlucky, man. He nearly got the timing on it. Dude, Aspas water around me. Really rough round from Altin though. He gets bailed out by his team here.
Aspas in the end.
This was beyond criminal.
The way it started off, Chronicle does well.
I think he had like half his Euro ult left, maybe even more.
Well. It made things so difficult. And you look at where
Mango, Tango, Fango,
just to disrupt everything
Dango.
Aspas is trying to do.
What is your name, dude? I'm going to call you Mango, bro, because that's crazy. Appreciate the Prime, mate.
In terms of having that highest peak of skill, but
if anyone's just tuned to the stream there, I feel like I've just lost my mind.
Without a doubt. Again, the fact that he's able to have so much impact isolated in lamps when the op is sitting around as well. It's even holding the angle that he swings wide on. But he's just too quick on the trigger, and a timeout.
Dude, this might actually be the T1 timeout, though.
Certainly feeling that
just hit your shots, guys.
Early on.
we're out here missing shots.
But for Fnatic, they've had a few chances to already make that a complicated
Might have to be the classic.
Those chances not capitalized on. And certainly something that Milan and Scott in the coaching booth
maybe they can be in positions a little bit better to actually trade off, or like not take the jewels if they're getting popped.
There's a part of you that thinks maybe you can just hold, but the way they played that, I'm not mad. Like the salvos, they knew where he was. The salvos were put in to actually just go, okay, you've now got to move. It's just that Aspas still hits that shot, and that's always that characteristic of like, if you started to stop peaking because he's doing that, you've lost. Like you've already lost the game.
Maybe another set strat with this ult. They
like
grouped up like it's going to be happening.
You may need to adapt.
3-person stack for Fnatic. They got everyone over towards the site.
For Fnatic. Big ulti's online. Kayak's had that dimensional drift for a while, but he has a big
Fade Eye gets dodged over towards Showers. And Crashies is back to farming his ult.
In fact, not swinging.
Oh.
Walking up inside the wall, he spotted one, and he gets out for free. That's a beautiful opener for Fnatic. The response is Showstopper fires
Damn,
through.
they still pop it.
Doesn't find his mark with it though.
Bro, how did that do no damage?
He won't even get lamps for free.
Did he really get around the corner?
Chronicle, who is forced back, seized in position. He can no longer hold on to control there. But Fnatic don't need to with the man advantage. That's quickly.
Bro, they win every aim, Joe. MIBR win every single aim, Joe. It's such an aim diff right now. It's not even funny.
Cortesia's just having one hell of a round. Like again, this was Fnatic in the right place at the right time. They had a stack up. Look at where. Well, look at the blue X's on the map around the A site. It wasn't like they were fighting alone. It was just that the duels being won by MIBR. The only one going the way of Fnatic is that opener that took down the Yoru, the player that's supposed to gather you up the space. Even though Showstopper
his money's okay. At one point, he might be able to go hunt here.
You question the potential of that flash in the pan performance. It's not been the same.
No way.
The timing couldn't be any worse.
He held for actually 25 seconds.
It was actually mentioned on the desk by Sue that sometimes he gets caught in utility. That was almost comedic timing, how bad that was.
What a round for Cortesia. He's been putting up numbers early on here. You know, the Showstopper, as well as you said, it didn't find anything. It got them space. But even then, they had to brawl for that space at a man disadvantage. Fnatic backed off. They respected it. They avoided the immediate response.
Force him back down to an eco. Great round from Cortesia. Hit a lot of nice shots.
Cortesia off to a flyer, by the way. 8-2. Playing on that Viper. Jenna, maybe not quite so lucky.
Well, there's some Angels getting one. That's nice. It's a little bit weird now. Gone down. Instant reactions to push over towards the Crash. He's had no idea just how close he was.
Almost immediate. That advantage hasn't lasted for long. Kayak realizing this fight was not one he wanted to take. Once again, MIBR patient. They know that those salvos are likely to be coming. This time, though, a little bit too late to disrupt that plan.
It's nice. Fast thinking from Aspas here. Damn, he wants more.
They might be regretting now. He finds
did he get to go back over towards bench? No, he just keeps fighting. Dude, him tucking into bench there and watching over towards lamps would have just for sure secured the round. They're probably fine anyway, but
starkly in favor of that attacking side. Verno highlighting it with Chronicle all alone. He'll at least find one. Aspas is low, although I don't think you're going to win the wallbang fight with that stinger. And he's been taken down by Verno.
Gets the Fado on this one.
Firing through some terrain to take him out of the play. It's 5-2. MIBR lights out starting this map. Remember, Fnatic won the pistol, the follow-up, and nothing ever since.
Have you ever seen a kill through that wall? I feel like I've not seen it actually work.
With a node? Like, absolutely, but yeah,
this is just
rare.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen
yeah,
anyone try and
much.
expand. Obviously he knows he's there, but just the confidence that he currently has at the moment, and that trifecta
7 ults
at the top of the board. Verno, Cortezia, and Aspas. Not what you wanted to see if you're a Fnatic fan.
It's the Viper ult. I like the Fnatic are changing up their Insta Viper ults as well. Normally they side with the one over towards short.
The majority has been the A-site hits for MIBR.
Maybe with these, they're kind of scared to do it predictable as well, just in case they had something set up.
Those ults from Fnatic have been saved up.
One Prowler, they take control. Hey, that's nice though. Oh, with the tether as well. Oh, it's a nice idea though. That's a really nice idea. While this is happening, Crashies has taken the TP with no one else to crunch on it. Wait, what? Why? I'm so... Wait, what's going on, dude?
Playing this so well. Just pumping the brakes, finding their advantage, realizing that, of course, with one player TPing, the A-side has to be a bit weaker. But as they've taken their time, rotate from Kayak, and with his gate crash, he can feel comfortable sticking around on A for a while. But it's come in. He's here with the op. He's holding the ward's bathroom, though.
A good gamble from Fnatic. 3-person stack over towards site. Ult goes in, only hits 1.
Still, plenty of
Verno has another Prowler touch. You make sure they can take space on this one. Damn, Bolster, you're a lunatic.
Cortezia again, nice shot. Will at least find the trade, but that jump up from above needs to be
That's a great little double peek on this one from Aspas, distracting on top.
It's not really
you guys got to save this one again. My goodness. Look at what's going on. Such a... Dude, I think Fnatic have to do another timeout. They look so off. No one is playing with their team. And it just doesn't make any sense from what I'm watching right now.
American IGL and the Brazilian team, as of right now, is calling a great game.
If I'm not mistaken as well, didn't they say that during the season he swapped to calling at the start of the round and not mid-rounding? Like he's been finding his identity.
People are taking a lot of duels on their own. There's no doubt about that.
He is back to full calling, start to finish. He is on Kayak, looking to hunt him down. He's found his prey, but Kayak bites back. The op will be saved, will be carried through, as will Chronicle's rifle. He's been quiet over in his pit on the B site, on B long.
He's chilling
this whole round. Another one up for MIBR. That's 6 in a row. And don't forget, we've already had a time. Oh, timeout.
They called it
about now, but
3-2.
Yes, 3-2.
Dude, that was a big whiff, man.
Since then, it's been advantages found by them and thrown away. Or in fact, I wouldn't even say that. Like, Cortezia has been stealing those advantages back at times. And no, like, if you want to have a chance in the second half, you can't really be calling that timeout here. You gotta trust the boys to find those solutions. Alpha
TP's
already
in
the TP, and you may bet.
Do it with a clone.
No, he ain't going anywhere.
I guess the assumption might be that was Kayak. Baiting. That's
holy.
Bad of a start. Goes
well,
0-9 for
there's the B side.
Yet to find his place onto the board.
Okay, finally an Angel, but my goodness, he gets straight out traded on this one, and Kayak needs to get a pick.
Chronicle tries to respond. Will be able to force
a great smoke for him to get out of there. Dude, I like that MIBR just wait. Wait, is this PC crash?
It seems that's left him out to dry, and the spike in the hands of Chronicle. This is one of the better opportunities for Fnatic, but they are all isolated. And this walk back from Genom, I think, is going to meet the exact same fate.
Dude, his PC is crashed. There's no way he's playing like that.
Left alone, op in hand, and he's found one. Over to the rifle. Both players isolated as well, playing opposite sides of this, and he certainly knows that Crashies was around that area. But now, of course, it pushed up the long. Oh, it's going to be a deep play from Artson. I like the idea,
but right?
Kayak was patiently waiting for it.
Augusto, thank you so much. Thank you.
A response from Fnatic, breaking the 6-round streak MIBR put on the board.
Wait, I want to see this one again.
Look at this one, though, is quite a bit of miscommunication.
Yeah, no doubt, right? Oh my god, he's moving. Wait, where the hell are the comms?
Well, back turned, the last kill,
did we comment in Portuguese?
This was all players that... Okay, this one, there's no way he could have had the information, but... It seems like they lost control of the map. And of course, Fnatic, you need to give credit as well to Crashies for taking that amount of space in the late round as well. But it's not what we've seen thus far from MIBR, of course. No problems for them coming back up with a buy still. Having the Viper's Pit, but that has been online for a little while. And once again, Crashies going for the same push-up.
What up, Big Joe? Augusto, I need to read it. What the hell is going on?
Artson pushing a little before the wall, fully blooms. He will be punished. MIBR, these... Oh, nice spam. These defaults have found them a lot of value in the early round.
Duel over towards Showers. Prius is on it.
But in the last, they were spread too thin. It could be the same here. Crashy's walking up, and he will get the jump on Cortesia with Verno down as well. This round seems to have no contest from MIBR, bar the little bit of damage done. And now look at the position of Chronicle. He stepped foot on the spike and even manages to secure a little bit of space. His teammates rushing to his side.
I was telling you how worried I am for MIBR. Mate, even though the score's 6-3, I'm still insanely worried. Worried for both of these teams right now. What's going on?
Crashies will have a 1v1, but he's won it. That leaves Jenem alone. Other side of the map. And
Ooh, that's a nice shot, though. He's on the board.
Being able to close that one out. A flawless round from Fnatic, and it seems like the success they're finding is off that
with the prime. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Early fights together, having these rotations back to look very good, but these last couple of rounds have been a little bit more in terms of
Augusto, he definitely had a thing where he was standing up all the time and losing.
We're about to see a pause out from MIBR.
You're not wrong.
We are.
Yeah, I think just getting a little bit too sloppy there in the early round, offering up picks, going ahead of the wall, peeking wide into the off.
Dude,
and as I said,
I'm fine with this timeout for everyone involved.
Too thin, even getting caught off guard by Crashies
Fnatic will take this as well.
That he did previously. It will be a moment for MIBR to go to the coaching staff, quickly course correct, but already 6 rounds on the board. The thing is, as you highlighted coming into this, Tom, it's the defensive side we have worries about. For MIBR, this half ends up 6-6, especially with the strong start that they had. It's going to be a tough pill to swallow when they move to the defense.
Yeah, like obviously I think coming into the tournament they've looked in much better form, and even when they did play against the likes of 100 Thieves and NRG, they were both very close games.
Dude, it's still a sick, no matter what, it's still a sick half from MIBR. If they can get anything more out of the two, that'd be great.
They have always been very solid on that attack side.
Been a really slow start from everyone. MIBR tactically don't look great. They're just winning off Angels. Comms look a little bit weird for sure in some of those situations. And then Fnatic look fully lost.
May just be in the bag with how low the credits are getting from MIBR.
How to do with the prime? Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so Crashies. With his ult, plays rotate 2, 1, 2, 20 info, fake, TP.
Haven't got that Viper's pit back online, but we also haven't gotten to see the ult popped by Alpha here.
Like this from Artsin though. He's been punished a couple of times for this, so he actually just goes for the off angle and switch for a reclear on this, or at least a prowler.
What happens when it's combined a little bit later on. So Alpha seems
Benestoner with the prime as well. Thank you so much for the 8 months. Thank you for doing that.
If Fnatic need it.
I mean, this is pretty much what MIBR did last time once they had their Raze ult, so definitely a favoured thing that they just like to send up short with Raze ult.
Hoping that they get some aggression. This was Artsin sent out to catch that bathroom push, but a very patient display from the defense.
Yeah, I guess expecting a change and thus delivering one of their own, but also again, look how many ultimates are available for Fnatic. They can take that little bit of an extra risk and it won't cause them
God, look at the damage the Chronicle's done though. Does Aspas still pop his ult on the low HP? Or do they just try wait for wall smoke and just contact? No, he still pops it.
And the counter already being thrown in to try and deny that.
Huge, he's still got to kill and Artsin with the patience, wins the duel over towards Showers. Oh, that's nice though. Very nice from Crashies. I mean, big hero round from him.
Another dimension, but he is sent straight there. A one-way ticket to round 12.
Dude, how he got the 3rd and the 4th there is kind of insane. Like these two shot. The low from his ult.
So far, but in this round, Crashies dug so deep for that play. And they had lost a lot of control. Kayak being baited out by the decoy. It was a free kill for Artsin towards the bathroom, removing that operator that has been such an annoyance when it comes to pushing that A site. It seems like MIBR did all
okay, now maybe set strat with the Yoru ult.
They found an unexpected roadblock.
Yeah. Oh, he had to react quickly. It was
Everyone
his
over towards B on this one. They got the Yoru TP for the fast rotate though.
And from a fairly commanding position.
Fade goes out. They hear this early. They cleared over towards showers. They got 3 on site. 1, 2. Are they just going to think elbow's clear? Oh, that's a big miss, bro. It's a big miss from Kayak.
And this time Crashies is not close enough to respond. They are, however, going to try and utilize that Teo ultimate, but to no avail. It's only delay.
Yeah, it buys them time, but there's a minute on the clock. For the Vipers pit down as well, that retake's just become so much more difficult with Alpha going down.
When they play retake, they got 3 there. They want to try and get kills.
The flank from Crashies is still so far away.
I will say with their ults, you are correct though. They should be.
Position. Even letting the decoy go past, but you can see Artson has one job here. Stay close to that pit's edge.
Okay, very nice from MIBR. At the beginning of this, I was not expecting this scoreline at this half, for sure. I think Fnatic look really off. Like even just the pre-call here just makes no sense. Make sure, try to get some kills, spam, get out of there though. I got an Astra coming over towards side with Astra ult. You have the best retake ults, you got a Yoru ult, you got a Teo ult. You play like this.
We've got a very special guest down on the stage who is standing down there.
Like they're missing a lot of shots also, but
Et je suis ravie d'accueillir la belle sœur du GOAT, Aspas, back to family interviews now with Aspas' sister-in-law, Rafaela. Thank you very much for being here, Rafaela. Welcome to Paris, first of all. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, I think you know how popular Aspas is in the Valorant community. So how does it feel, you know, having such a superstar in the family?
Hi, for me it's very cool. I really like have a
skill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can see that he's one of the best players in the world, definitely. Donc, qu'est-ce que ça fait d'avoir une superstar comme ça dans la famille? Elle sait à quel point il est connu. Et bah, tout simplement, il est trop cool, il a trop la classe. Et je suis très fière de lui. Second question, there is also a big love for FPS games in Brazil, right? So, what makes Brazilian teams like MIBR so interesting to watch?
Maybe because they have aggressive.
Yeah, aggressive.
Yeah. And very happy to watch.
Yeah, they're like cheering and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's indeed a very solid answer. Donc, qu'est-ce qui donne un petit peu envie de regarder les équipes brésiliennes? Qu'est-ce qui fait qu'elles sont si intéressantes à regarder? Ils sont très agressifs et sur scène, ils sont tout le temps heureux, ils sont tout le temps là en train de se cheer up. And finally, a little bit less serious question, but what is the best food you've tried so far in Paris?
French toast and hot chocolate.
I think that's a very good French breakfast indeed. Thank you very much. Donc forcément, les toasts français avec du chocolat chaud, c'est son plat préféré en France. Thank you very much, Rafaela. Obrigada. And I think it's already time for us to get back to the game.
You were playing, which family member would you want to be in for it? I did. My dad would own it, I reckon.
It's time to get back into
My dad would love it.
MIBR.
He watches a lot.
7-5, and we have
maybe I had to break down some rounds for you, Bacon, to be honest with you.
Standout moments, but stealing the show, I think, with that big play was
some tips.
Crashies with the 4K, but Aspas delivering round-on-round success for MIBR has given them the lead.
Yeah, you can look at it in the Coinbase Econ report. Like he is definitely had his moments. I think he's had the number of Kayak as well, which we spoke about that as sort of the battle of the two. I still think Kayak had a pretty decent first half overall, which I think going into the second is going to be important. We know that there's going to be a lot of aggressive utility, especially off the back of the likes of Alfia and Crashies to put him into positions. Boaster as well from the backline, going to be putting down those stuns. But the man who needs to take the space is going to be Kayak. And if they can get into those post plants, that is always where...
Dude, once you add a pistol into this, you start realizing just how rough that half was.
This double duelist. You're going to try and disrupt that. You're going to try and get ahead of any of those executions. And we'll see if they can make that work on their defense.
All this pistol round could bridge the gap for Fnatic or send MIBR way into the lead. A slow start from Fnatic. Who could have guessed? Their attack side, for those of you that don't know, if you ever watched Valorant before, but they really like to play this slow.
One person fake.
For MIBR, I think that's going to be one of the challenges in this series.
I mean, we might see a 5v5 retake.
But I think it also
on the 5v5 retakes, especially on defense, kind of comes down to Chenum, and with the one smoke, it's basically suggesting
put together
like
the
smoke on spike, insta diffuses, everyone creates chaos.
The info goes back.
This is nice from MIBR though. Prowler goes out, they re-clear over towards long very fast. Fade goes deep. Do they cancel their original plan now? You would think there's a stack here with what went on in terms of the Fade util.
But his job is basically to just try and pick some people
yeah,
off.
They do. They push one up and they want to hit over towards it. Crashes has called them back, and it's actually a 4-person stack. And here comes the spike, and they hit them early.
MIBR in a fantastic spot to try and deny this space.
And they go back because Kron's called them back. Oh boy, nice shot. That's the spike, by the way.
This is looking fantastic for MIBR. 15 seconds. There needs to be a huge play, and in fact, the plant probably not even going to go down. Artsim from behind has already shut this down. Chronicle,
okay, right here, super interesting round. Super interesting round, because in theory on paper, this callback from Chronicle is great. It's actually great, because you would imagine with the info, he calls his team over, and there should be a stack over towards A. Even I said it, right? You would expect a stack over towards A. Maybe, big maybe, but I wonder if MIBR have looked into the tendencies of how Fnatic like to call, and they knew that he was going to cancel this original A and go back over towards here, because they dodged all of this util. And they knew that the Fade might be close, because he did his own Fade, Prowler. So there's definitely a world where MIBR have looked into the tendencies of Fnatic's calling them.
Big investment from the defensive side. They've already lost one player.
That was pretty cool.
One pistol carried through. Anything else for Fnatic?
Because no joke against any other team there. MIBR are for sure stacking over towards A, or at least pushing earlier.
Should make it fairly easy.
Very interesting. They held for so long after getting the perfect info. They really did.
They at least managed to get the one. Did they get the Guardian
Labby
as well?
123 with the tier 1. Thank you with the 7 mums. Thank you. Anonymous gifter.
That's
is this
one gun drop? Not the worst, but
is this Yampy again? Bacon hater is who he gifted to. Surely the food and not the analyst, right? Surely. Not the coach. No one would have that.
They get one in this round. If anything, they're on the path to taking their opponent's map choice.
Every Anon is just Yampy. I mean, this one definitely. When there's stuff like Finland and Bacon hater.
See how that plays out.
Okay, going for the classic. Flash over the top with the Fade Eye. A good plan on the bonus on this. Now you would imagine after clearing this as well, they would go heavier stack over towards here. I'm definitely super interested to see if MIBR are just going to be like leaning over towards the opposite side, which is most likely to be caught. That's so funny. There should be 3 here. That's sick, man. Look at them. They're doing the opposite of what you should be doing.
It starves the opponents of information, but we've already seen that MIBR have done quite well.
Prowler goes out though, so they should think there should be 3 here. Might want to speed this one up. Uh-oh, Verno gets trapped in.
The lack of over-rotations as well. A lot of teams will make that push-up, see nobody.
A lovely little bait on this one. Aspas still has nade. You get 40 seconds on this one. Nade looks pretty decent.
But used to the slow approach, ready for
it. Clear from Arts in, mate. You got a ghost.
He's going to go through this wall. He's only got the ghost to play with. One of the 2 weaknesses for MIBR. Uses the decoy to
how is Arts in? Still alive. With a good Fade Eye on this one.
They've got boots on the ground. Aspas falls with the wall bang. Verno.
Oh, the Fade Eye. Oh my god, look at this damage. Verno's hit everyone down to 40 HP.
He's all very low. The volley just misses. The plant will be secured still. A huge opportunity.
Okay, Verno now dies and he can actually calm the amount of damage he's done. They know that someone else is low over towards site here. Big 1v1. It's a great reposition from Alpha.
Alone. And no idea where Alpha's gotten to, thinking maybe that he's fallen back, but Alpha's close on the site, in that corner, just to his left, crouched down, the read is there!
Damn, it's incredibly nice. Cortez here looks at the spike being close and realizes that he has to play close. And then he couldn't have gone over towards long, because no one can go over towards long with this plant here. Very, very smart from him.
Just having these moments of brilliance, but I want to give the credit.
That's literally all from the information of the spike being here. And I love that he didn't fake tap it as well. Love that he actually just checked this fast. Then as soon as he checks that, the only place he could be is wrapping all the way around or elbow.
even still had the clone to throw out. They're literally holding everything until the last 35 seconds, and it just allows them to buy so much time. And then you add in that little bit of individual brilliance once again from Cortesia.
The Bacon, it's the same as it's always been, apart from you don't see if you util hit people. Like, you don't see, like, your Omen Flash near-sided to or push them off kind of vibes. Or the breach util.
Of the pieces. 2 Stingers and 2 Sheriffs, at least sight control for Fnatic.
You only see that, like, for the next round.
It's been caught by the Prowler. Boaster's got to run
this is Spike.
for the hills, and he's trapped in the corner.
It's got a really Dude, what is going on? Bono, chill, bro.
The defensive side can't get there too easily. Crashy's embedded in the sights, being spotted. Shenum dealing.
Do they just let him take Spike? Probably should. Just accept it.
In this round, and you look at it, Fnatic, they're going to go back there. They have to go
God,
back.
It's just
so
chaos,
much
isn't it?
For MIBR, the utility and the spams. It's given the presence away. But I like the fact that my main worry was that Cortesia was a little aggressive on B. Now he's backed off. He's given that space. There seems to be nowhere that Fnatic can go with favor.
Yeah, he tried to fake the steps. No steps were faked. I don't know how Chronicle survived there. I don't know how he's alive at this stage of the round, I'll be honest with you, but I don't think there's any chance of him winning it from here. Even a cheeky little blast back shot from
that's funny, man.
Aspas.
Aspas with the kill gets his ult.
11-5. Fnatic's map choice. A team that I think many coming into this matchup will go, oh, okay, they beat BLG. China's #1, but I think a lot of people
Supposed to commit to something.
Because China as a region has been suffering this event.
Did he think that he'd reload and then he could swap it fast?
A singular
performance. It up, man.
And what you mentioned about that second pause and wanting to save it, I'll be honest with you, Mitch, I feel like it's a little late.
11-5? Yeah. I mean, for Fnatic, 11 is the magic number on the other side of the stage.
That's 11-3, though. They got too many rounds.
Yeah,
doesn't work.
Damn it, actually. Yeah, the code's been cracked. Give them a few extra, and then what can they do? But this has got to be a frustrating start for Fnatic. Keep in mind, the next one up is Abyss.
This MIBR's map pick? No, this one's Fnatic's.
A major factor in making that a strong map for them in the last matchup they had against RRQ. He's having a slow start here on Bind, and most importantly, Bind is Fnatic's pick. They came in ready for this, and it looks like MIBR's prep is standing to them a little bit better.
Yeah, but also just look regionally. Over the last 3 months, Fnatic have been 4-1. Their only defeat was to Team Liquid, who were the best team in EMEA, at least, coming into this tournament, and it was an OT defeat. This has been one of their best maps, and right now, well, for MIBR, who during the regular season struggled massively within Americas, they are looking completely different the second they've made it to Paris. Bear in mind, this is a spot in the playoffs. A lot of people didn't even expect MIBR to be here, let alone potentially a map away from playoffs.
They came here early to Europe.
God, that's
got a week
scary.
of boot camp in.
Damn, out in the open.
I don't know what they did at that boot camp, but it seems to have completely changed the look of this team. On the defense, were we
strong force over towards long in reaction?
Yeah, you know, did they have enough rounds?
MIBR re-clear short with 2 this time. He actually gave him some warning shots.
Arguably, this half has looked stronger for them so far than what we saw in the
previous.
For Fnatic, they are running out
of time. Most of this. So it's going to be 2 pass and fake over towards B and then A hit. Like how proactive MIBR is. Big question mark over towards A. Okay, only one needs to be seen from this.
But I don't know if I've seen much of it. Over on the B side.
I'm pretty sure I didn't see the... It's great, though. It's a nice trade on this one. And they only saw one over towards Showers, because Aspas tucked in the whole time. Again, he could be anywhere over towards side, so... 40 seconds mark, they call to end over towards B.
I actually do like... Well, I don't like him shift peeking it like that, but you're assuming that no one's pushed up, because so far...
Dude, fade late, faking over towards short. Prowler goes out. 30 seconds on this one. It is a Fnatic classic. The sight hit at 20 seconds. How much of a wall does Cortesia have? Dude, they got Brimble. You guys need to speed the hell up.
Just yet from the side of Fnatic, they are running into the blender. Cortesia up close. Has already managed to drop Chronicle. They have 10 seconds. They have to go through.
Oh my god, these guys getting Brimbled right now.
And if someone swings,
they don't even need to use it. The time's done. Holy, this is an absolute shocker for Fnatic. I can't remember the last time I've seen them look this lost.
Too easy for MIBR, as they have every single piece they could desire all the way to the last 15 seconds.
Just a top-down approach from MIBR, losing the opening pick, trade quick.
It's a great kill.
Still makes it difficult for the defense often. You don't have the numbers, but that utility buff making one hell of a difference. It takes Alpha out of the play. It leaves that planter with only one player to cover, and an easy swing closes it. 1 round needed.
Okay, 7 goals at it.
Close out Fnatic's map pick. For MIBR, you can write off that first match. You probably can, but a lot of people will anyways.
Prowler clears all of this, and at the same time they double push over towards short.
Anymore. This team has leveled up in the downtime. Their reward now seemingly seconds away. Showstopper on the Boaster from bad to worse for Fnatic's IGL.
It's pretty nice from Alpha in reaction, takes a lot of showers control, and they're making sound over towards the lot. Are they making sound? They might have picked up an orb, I wasn't on top of it.
Minute left. Which means we probably won't see the move for another 50 seconds. Smoke down to delay. Nade still available, C still available, Snake Bite still available, Orbital Strike, Molotov, like there's so much to slow.
Chat, Yampy's trying to froze off the center. Anonymous gifter. Gifted over to Yampy Hater. Damn, who has the Twitch account? Yampy Hater, that's crazy. Unless he made the Twitch account as well. Really trying to froze off.
Artson's behind them. This TP taken. It's going to at least send most of the squad out of the way, but Chronicles caught on the rotate.
Absolutely wrecked.
Aspas, such an unusual
that's so unlucky, the timing. That's so unlucky.
Fnatic will at least get a plant now because of that pick. A chance for them as Alfier's caught up close. They're being so patient in clearing these angles. That spam looking deadly.
Oh my god. This is so stupid.
Delivering when he's needed. Alpha.
Here he is. The Paris final boss.
I mean, he needs
now is the time to prove it.
It's not ticking quite quick enough, and 2 players to find. Caught looking the wrong way. Artson.
They got absolutely stomped, by the way. Absolutely stomped. Probably the worst I've ever seen Fnatic look in maybe the whole year. And that's kind of crazy because they look bad on some of this. They rarely won an Angel. I do want to not take too much away from MIBR because obviously they were shooting, like fully shooting. They're actually looking, aim was nice, and it looked like they had very good read on how Boaster likes to call. That pistol was awesome to watch because they definitely should have over-rotated. So I definitely don't want to take too much away, but my goodness, Fnatic didn't even show up here.